Hey, I'm going to show you how to take a really filthy car with some crazy stains and make it way better using my techniques. Thanks for being with me. So I'm going to go over just, some of my tools and techniques. I've got the compressor, I've got the Tornador, velocity, blower. It's got the bearing inside that spins this, makes the little tornado type effect. I'll blow out the car, I'll vacuum it, and then I'll start the process of using my Edict Endeavor extractor. You may not have something this big or this large, but even a rug doctor, you can do this job with stains. You can even use a shop vac like that one up there, which I use for all wet applications. So in mine, I've got the water temperature at 208 degrees using just a bucket heater in the solution tank, which has Flex rinsing solution in it. I'll also use a Flex soil breakdown. It's a two-step process. The first one's the acid, the rinse is the base, so you don't get bounce back stains. I've got a little steamer just to add a little more heat in some places specific. I've got my extractor tool and a 50-foot hose. And I'm just going to go over here. I just kind of shook these out, but here's the floor mats. There's lots of nice staining and a hole right through where the heel of the foot goes on the gas side. There's the passenger side front. But the most important thing, she had seat covers on these when I initially saw the car, so I could not see exactly what was going on, but some pretty serious staining. This is a very athletic girl, and she's got, golf clubs and baseball bats and swimwear and tennis rackets, and, she's a very active person. She's got an active person car. There's some staining there that I'm not quite sure what that is. She wasn't either. She claims this was a exercise tube that sat and melted, kind of a rubberized stain. That will be challenging. Her trunk is full of sports gear, and she said, let's not worry about the trunk. The armrests, plenty of dirt, plenty of things going on. This car has not, been cleaned. This side's a little better, but it's still some pretty serious staining. And driver's side, always the worst. Nice and stained up there, stained up seating, even with the, covers that were on it. Somehow I thought those were going to fold, but they don't. So anyway, I'm just kind of starting this and just wanted to give you, an overview of how this car looks now. And I'll take you, kind of through my process. I've basically, shown you, and it's just a simple matter of, spraying down. I keep them in pump sprayers, the cleaning solutions, soaking it, agitating it with different drill brushes, and then using the extractor and flushing and rinsing the acidic cleaner, which breaks down dirt and grease. And that is in there. I'm going to take you inside because I do have this rubberized. Here's the dogs. Hi, Zeus. Hi, Apollo. Two good boys. So I've got my cleaning solutions in the pump sprayers, right? This is the BioBlast. This is the #1 solution. This is a powder that you mix yourself, and this is the Flex Ice, the high pH two-step process. I've got some Schaefer Citral 266. This is a great citrus degreaser for some tough stains. I've also got just some rinseless wash. That's ONR, just for some simple cleaning. A little protectorant for the plastics, and some super clean at a 4-to-1, 1-to-4 dilution. And that, again, tough stains. And my Odoban deodorizer. So, that's really all you need to do to tackle most interior jobs. Now, I just did buy this Tough Stuff stain remover. I've just heard people talk about it. I've never tried it. I'm going to try it. I also have odorless mineral spirits. Used in the right way, you can get stains out of fabric materials with that. I've also got, and these are in order, least aggressive, probably the Schaefer and the Tough Stuff in the same realm, then the odorless mineral spirits, then Crud Cutter. And it was suggested to me online that I try WD-40 on fabric, which I've never done, followed up with a degreaser like Super Clean and or the Schaefer 266, which I'll try first, and then immediately extract. And I'm not sure I'm going to go to, let's say 6 different types of stain remover with the 2 degreasers that I already showed you. But if all else fails, I may give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? Those seats are trashed. So anyway, thanks for being with me. I'm going to get to work. I'm not going to go, every single step and show you, a whole, massive, long process on this. But what I am going to do is kind of show you with the right tools, techniques, and elbow grease, you can make, this is pretty much a disaster car. It's not the worst I've seen, but it's up there. So anyway, thanks. Flip side, get that thing ready to get clean. So this is the, kind of scrub step. This will be how I do the carpeting in the car and really the seats and everything. So this is all you really need to see. I've got an old Chicago Electric, sorry, couldn't quite see, it's sunny and bright out here. Hurricane Adelia is about to hit us tomorrow. So it's like 85, mostly overcast, got a little sun right now. But anyway, I used the hose. I first blew out with the Tornador. If you don't have something like that, you don't have an air gun, you can skip it. I then vacuumed them. I hold the carpets like this upright. Sometimes if I'm just vacuuming, I'll put them on the stands, and I have little carpet clips on those sawhorses. But you can just hold the carpet and vacuum. You'd be amazed how much more sand and dirt falls out of the carpet while you're holding it in a vertical position and just vacuuming up to down. So that was kind of, my first prep, get all the loose stuff out, blow it out, vacuum it out. And then I wet down the carpets and sprayed them with the Flex #1, right? The BioBlast. At least that's what I think it's called, right? Double check myself. Yep, BioBlast. So that's the acidic. And so here's the passenger side carpet, right? Pretty good shape. Still some hair, still some debris. Turn on my, you could have a drill on this and a brush like this. There's a lot of ways. And you just go and agitate all the carpet. And this is what you do on the seats without the flooding process, of course, with a hose. You don't want to do that. You just want to spray your carpets down, agitate, and then flush if you have an extractor, or you can use a wet vac. And I just go over this process, and I am now getting stain removal and cleaning, right? So after this step, I like to kind of flood things out again, kind of rinse out some of this. Sorry, here, this is all very difficult one-handed. I hope you appreciate it. So what I do is I then flood and rinse, and I can see the dirt coming out of the bottom. This is just the same way I vacuum, top to bottom, and flood. And I don't know if you see what I see, but I can see a lot of brown coming out of there. And this is what you want. You're removing dirt. You're getting it out of your way for the next step. So I'm going to continue on here, and I'll be back with you. So I just did the same process with the number 2 cleaning solution, which is the Flex Ice. That's the high pH. And, just did the same thing. After I rinsed down the carpets with the water that I showed you, I then had them all laid out, sprayed them down with the number 2 Flex Ice. You could use any carpet cleaner. You could take a stiff hand brush and do it all by hand. You don't need to have, the power tools. Just makes my life easier, quicker, and more efficient. And then I've got these, plastic sawhorses, and just temporary, get some of the water out, and then I'm just going to simply extract them so they'll dry faster. And then I will hang them from my little hooks and have them all facing the sun as the first part of the detail, as this is the longest part to dry. And then I always start with the driver's seat, so it's the driest out of the 4 seating positions. And that's my process. I got a notification that my storage is low, so I'm going to try and clear some of that up. All right. All right, sorry if the audio is a little loud. I'll move this back behind me. So I can see the outline just very, very lightly of whatever this brown stain might be. I used 2 cleaners. It didn't come out. I'm going to try this Tough Stuff out. Push the button. It's got its own little brush. Me, I'm a professional. I've got, pull some hair out of the center. I've got my brush on my rotary. You could use a drill. You could use holding this one-handed, so a little rough. I'm just going to do a little extra agitation. And this is how an extractor works. Like I said, you could use a shop vac. Still see a little bit of it. I'm sorry about the audio here. So I didn't really see much brown come through. Kind of nice. You can get the brush down on it hard. I've used some turtle wax products through the years. So all those other carpets I extracted to help the drying process. I'm going to turn my motor on for the hydraulic line here. And this will shoot my 208 degree temperature. Let's see if a little heat helps this. I'm going to run some through the hose. Let's check this temperature. Hose is outside. It's a nice warm day. Try and get some of that through. So now I'm shooting cleaner in there. This is just a little extra step. I'm trying the best results possible. And I'm shooting and vacuuming. My machine has 2 separate motors. Again, I'm not really seeing any brown come out of it. It is as good as it's going to get, or else we would see the stain getting lifted. And I'm going to do one more. Pass over. Just to make sure we get all the tough stuff foam out of there. And then rinse it out. So, that's that. That's going over and above. All right, so this is the wrap up. The client is due to pick up her vehicle any moment, and I thought I would just show you what can be done. I know my lighting is probably not super fantastic, but the seating, which is not dry, this was the last seat that I did. Same process. Put down your cleaner, agitate it with a brush, and add some more cleaner on, and suck it up with a shop vac. Or like I do, you saw how disastrous. Let me get a little better lighting in here. Sorry, I'm just kind of scrambling. I decided to put Rain-X on her windshield since we're about to have a torrential monsoon. Whenever I do someone's interior glass, I always go ahead and do the exterior and do at least the 2 front doors. It just makes everything look nice. So it was a little bit of an outline here, but that big nasty stain in the middle, gone. And what I wanted to show you with better lighting, this was a rubberized material from a, excuse my ripped glove here, from an exercise cord. And I threw everything that I could at that, including odorless mineral spirits, crud cutter, Schaefer Citral 266. I used plastic razor blades. I used steam. I used everything but WD-40, which was suggested to me when I reached out for some, anybody had any better ideas of how to remove a rubberized system. So these seats were super trashed. I would call them a strong 8.5 out of 10 right now. A little bit on the bolstering that just didn't come out super great. Sometimes women's cosmetics and suntan lotion and things like that can really set in. But the vehicle, as you saw it before, see some debris that blew in here. As I've got a pretty good wind with this storm coming. But, it's acceptable. It was, on my 1 to 10 rating scale, I tell people, hey, 1 to 10, showroom new is a 10. What is your car? At least I had seen this one. But, I put my full extractor to use. I use, the Flex line of professional upholstery carpet cleaning. I used a ton of product. I, had the brushes go in. I had the steamer go in. I blew everything out, to start out. And this thing kind of kicked my ass. Here's my plastic razor blade, the odorless mineral spirits. I had everything lined in order, least aggressive to most aggressive. So anyway, I'm happy with this. Is it perfect and beautiful? No, but from where it started, there's a time you just have to know when to say when on a detail. I, put a whole bunch of time into this vehicle. So anyway, that's about that. I thank you as always, for being with me. I will be making more great videos, and you follow along with me. Any kind of questions, leave them in the comment section. Give me just a thumbs up. If you don't do anything else, just give my analytics a little boost. Always appreciate that. Share to someone you might know. I am, right between Clearwater and St. Pete in West Coast, Florida. So anyway, I'm going to wrap things up, and I thank you very much. And until next time, enjoy making your vehicles beautiful. Flip side, Rain-X does a nice job. Don't let anybody tell you different, but the Rain-X original is actually a much better formula, and I stocked up. I grabbed a bunch when they changed formulas, and I didn't like it. So anyway, just one more tip. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.